kids would like come up to me and be like, see opera. And I would be like, oh. They would start laughing. I would be like, shut up.
That is great. Okay, so for number 1, 4x is less than 16. The alligator mouth is opening to the 16. So this is different than graphing on an XY axis. This is sometimes with inequalities we graph on a number line. So when I divide both sides by 4, I get x is less than 4. So on a number line, I'll go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And since it's less than, I'm going to do an open circle. And I'll point my graph to the left. And a lot of times they put the red line like and just make this bold, right? And you guys do that too, but I like to go up and over to make it really clear. All right, so the next two have a lot more steps than that one. So I'm going to pause and take attendance and come up and do the next two. You guys try them. Make a mistake and then correct it when I go over it. It doesn't sound like you're doing problems. Alright, I see 2 people have tried the problem. One through 1 row. Abby, I know you want to do this bell work. You're going to come in after the bell work quiz. You're going to want to have all your bell works done. I know you want to do it. Okay? Get out a paper and pencil. There will be a bell work quiz after the exam. It'll be one of the last quiz or test grades to go in on 4th quarter. Yeah, good thing. Johnny, what would you do first to get x alone in number 2? Minus 2 from both sides is the correct first step. So I came out like what you said because just maybe 2-3 days ago we had inequalities and we graphed them on a whole coordinate plane and we did shading, right? So right now I'm actually going all the way back to chapter 1 and we're graphing on a number line. There's 2 ways in algebra 1 inequalities are graphed. Some of them are number lines. If this had a y in it, that would be a clue that you're looking at a slope-intercept form and they're shading. This is just a one variable inequality and it goes on a number line. So we need to go over that. All right, what's our next step in getting x alone? Yes. Divide by -3. And then right here I have to put a little note. Remember to flip the symbol when you multiply or divide by a negative. I don't know how I'm going to fit all that in there. When that would have been a good idea. You guys probably can't read that. But remember to flip the symbol when you multiply or divide by a negative. And if you want to get out your highlighter and highlight this so that on May 8th when you're doing a quick study, or I mean May 10th when you're doing a quick study, it's one thing you'll see when you flip through your notebook. So I'm going to go x and I'm flipping the symbol, making it greater than. The symbol flips. x is greater than or equal to negative 3. And now we're going to graph on a number line. Yes? Oh, I never actually flipped it. Make sure you flip it. I never did flip mine. Make sure you flip it. So here's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to go to negative 3. I flipped it to be a less than sign. I have a closed dot because it's equal to, and it's going to the left. Last spell word question. This one is a compound inequality. It has two symbols in one problem. Alright, so for a compound inequality, you have to do the operation twice. So like first I'm focused on this x right here. I want the x to be alone. So I'm going to first subtract 1. And I do it over here, and we do it on the other side. It's a 3-part subtracting 1. You have to do it to all 3 parts. So that'll be negative 3 less than 5x less than 9. I got rid of this 1 by doing the opposite of adding 1 and subtracting it. But I did it here, and I did it over here. Because it's like there's 2 equal signs. There's 2 inequality symbols. Now I'll divide all 3 parts by 5. And I have this weird fraction, negative 3/5 is less than x is less than 9 over 5. Fractions can be intimidating. If you want to make it decimal, you can. Or you can think about mixed numbers. Or we could do our number line by fractions. That would be the most advanced way. So if you guys want to do decimals, you go right ahead. I'm going to show fractions. Alright, so this is like negative 1 here. That's like 1, 2. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So this is like, oh, yeah. I just don't know how it's going to look for you. This is like negative 1/5, negative 2/5, negative 3/5, negative 4/5, and then 1 is negative 5/5. You can make your little notches go by fifths. So this would be positive 1/5, positive 2/5, positive 3/5, 4/5, and 5/5. 6/5, 7/5, 8/5, 9/5, and then, oh, that's supposed to be 2. 2 is the same as 10 over 5. Sometimes, your number lines go by fractions, but you could make it decimals. And you could just, put your dot where you want it. So x is in between negative 3/5, open circle, and 9/5, open circle. Compound inequality. Sorry, that's so small.